Yo, what is up, guys? By the title of this video, you see that I am running the Chicago Marathon 2022 next year, a little less than a year already out from it. I'm just beyond excited for this opportunity. I was lucky enough to get into the lottery system. Didn't think I would, but I saw that great email, the application received and all that goodness, and I was selected, and I was just stoked beyond belief. So if you've been following me for a while, you know I've ran only one other marathon, and it was about 3 years or so ago. I have it all documented on my YouTube channel. You can go back and check all that. I ran the Disney Marathon, and I've talked about it time and time again. You know how disastrous it was. Just to give you a small little recap, got heat exhaustion, passed out at the finish line, ended up running like 4 hours and 30 something minutes. I gotta double check exactly what my time was, but it was like 4.5 hours. Passed out, woke up in medical. Really don't remember that whole process of passing out and then waking up. And then my body was just wrecked for like 2.5 weeks. Not from, I don't think, the lack of mileage, like normal marathoners experience or some marathoners experience. It was more of you passed out after a long, hard day of work and the heat exhaustion. So, yeah, to be honest, the marathons scared me for a long time. It's taken me about 3 years to get the courage to sign up for another one. And the Chicago Marathon, it's one that I've always wanted to do. And kind of what pushed me forward was the Runners Empire athletes. If you don't know, Runners Empire is my athletic apparel brand. That's the office that you're sitting in right now with me, because I'm currently packaging a bunch of orders. We're running sales like crazy. About 7 or 8 of them are running it. And I was just like, that's a great opportunity to meet a bunch of people. And I was like, I need to get this marathon another shot, because the disappointment of Disney years and years ago. So in terms of my training from the last marathon cycle 3 years ago, a couple runs really stick out to me. I thought going into Disney I'd be able to run about a 2:45 marathon. That was my goal, because in my fastest 20-mile runs, I had 2 really standout 20-mile runs during that training cycle. My fastest 20-mile run was a 6:32 pace, and it was, I live in Tennessee, and it was full of hills, and I was very impressed with that. And then I did another one that was like 6:36 pace. So I thought a 2:45 marathon would be great for me. So going into this marathon training cycle, we're still about a year out. I'm going to change kind of my goals and expectations. My goal is about a 2:55 pace. Now, I believe I can run a lot faster than that going into it next year, depending on how training goes throughout the year, but I don't want to set my expectations so high and then just be disappointed at the end. So I'm setting at 2:55. That's the goal pace that I'm working for. And one thing that I'm really focusing on training all year round is, as runners, it's good to tell yourself what you suck at. Not everyone's perfect. Everyone has their flaws, what they're not good at. For me personally, it's the long run. And I know what you're saying. You're like, well, if you're not good at the long run, you shouldn't be doing the marathon. Not the long run just in, getting your long run in, being consistent at it. What I mean by that is, my training cycle, I'll do like 1 week will be 8 miles, and then the next week might be 12, 13, and then the next week it'll be like 6 miles for my long run. And I just need to keep that consistent. So that's kind of what I'm really focusing on next year, is keeping that 10 mile, 11 mile, 12 mile plus every single weekend of the entire year. That way, when I get into the marathon training, the 14-week, 12-week program, whatever I choose to do, I'll be ready for it, and those big miles won't scare me. Until then, really, that's the goal for 2022. That's really what I'm focusing on, putting all my eggs kind of in that one basket. I will be, running races here and there, of course, and then going to shows just like with Runners Empire. I got to do that, got to represent. But that's kind of the goal, and I'm just so excited for it. Give the marathon another go, and hopefully it goes better than Disney. I know it will. I just know it will. So. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you're running Chicago, let me know in the comments down below. Maybe we can hook up at the expo or something like that and give you some free gear for Runners Empire. Anyway, guys, please give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you on the next one.